What's up, guys? We are back. We got another PVT World, TVP World. I don't know if I'll ever get that right. It's the Polish news station that we like to watch. They've got like the latest updates on developments on the front line. It says 1 day on the front with Ukraine's Loot Brigade, LUT. I've heard of Loot Brigade. I'm curious what this is. So before we jump into it, my name is Saxon. I go by Vegas here in Ukraine. I joined the International Legion for the Defense of Ukraine in January of 2023. I'm still in Ukraine. I'm no longer with the Legion. I'm now with Azov, specifically Azov's International Battalion. A couple things I want to mention regarding this. Number one, yes, we are recruiting. If you're in Ukraine already, if you're planning on coming out, you want to join a solid brigade, hit us up. Link is down below. The email is linked. The website is linked. And my Instagram is linked. And my phone number and shit, all kinds of shit. Like, there's no reason that you should not be able to get a hold of us if you're really trying. But with that said, I've had a couple of comments of people say, why are you bashing the Legion? Why do I bash the Legion and say things like the Legion's going to send you in a meat wave? First of all, meat wave is a very not a very politically correct term of basically soldiers getting pushed into really bad operations and just getting annihilated by like one machine gunner or something stupid like that. Things that could be completely avoidable, but happen for a multitude of reasons: a lack of decent leadership, a lack of trained soldiers, a lack of equipment, a lack of supplies, you name it, right? That's kind of what meat waving is, and it's a term coined out here in Ukraine. Actually, a buddy of mine on the unit, I heard him say it a while back, and I was like, that's funny as fuck. Anyways, my intention is not to bash the Legion, right? But at the same time, I didn't make this channel to make any friends necessarily. The main reason I made this channel a year ago was to update foreigners who are coming to fight for Ukraine on what to expect in the International Legion. Bottom line. If you feel like I'm being rude or biased or something like that, I don't give a fuck. Because at the end of the day, this is life or death for the people that are searching these videos and actually on their way out to Ukraine, right? Just like I was, looking for videos, okay, International Legion, foreign fighters in Ukraine, and I'm hoping my videos will pop up and say, hey, hold on, before you join the International Legion, here's some things you might want to know, here's some other brigades that are a little bit more professional, and by a little bit, I mean a bit more professional. We just heard that 1st and 2nd Battalion got completely smashed just yesterday. 1st and 2nd Battalion International Legion. It's and I don't know if that was an avoidable situation or not, but I have seen with my own eyes avoidable casualties and KIAs on the battlefield. That did not have to happen. It wasn't because the enemy just had a better day. The enemy won the fight. No, it was because of a multitude of reasons, like I mentioned before. Lack of leadership, lack of good leadership, lack of supplies, blah, 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 blah. So I want to make that clear, right? I don't care about hurting anybody's feelings. This is a matter of life and death for the people who are actually on their way out here. So I want to be as transparent as possible. Anyways, this was almost a 4-minute intro. So those of you who like to bitch about the intro length, that one's for you. Let's watch some TVP World. Last thing, sorry. I've had a handful of people ask, where's my content? Why am I not putting any of my content out? Give it time and have some patience, please. There's a lot that goes into combat footage, especially if you want to release it into the media world properly without giving away positions and stuff like that. There's a lot in development. And when I was with the International Legion, I recorded just a couple of little clips, but they were honestly pretty boring. We just got shelled to shit while we were sitting in a trench waiting for that one mortar or that one drone to have our name on it. So my point is, there's more there's a lot of content coming, guys. Like, I've got a fucking lineup. Just hang with me, help me blow this channel up so other foreigners see what's going on and they don't get meat waved in a shitty unit.
Hello, I'm Jan Szerewiński and this is Military Mind. Armed conflicts, defense and security, land, sea and air. We've got you covered. Now, while ceasefire talks continued between Russia and Ukraine, both countries saw drone attacks overnight. In the Ukrainian city of Kropivnitsky, Russian drone strikes on civilian infrastructure wounded at least 8 people, including a child. According to local...
Yeah, shit was jumping last night, dude. There was drones all over the place, the long range, like Shaheeds. And I also heard that they killed a 14-year-old girl in these strikes in Zaporizhia.
Officials, 3 people were hospitalized, with 1 in serious condition. This was the biggest raid against Kropivnitsky in recent years. According to the head of the Kirovohrad military administration, the attack involved over 20 drones.
This was 2 nights ago, and I'm referring to last night, which would have been the 21st, so... They've been smashing pretty hard this past handful of days.
Meanwhile, in Russia, Saratov region governor Roman Busargin reported that the cities of Saratov and Engels saw the biggest drone attacks since the start of the war, the night of the 20th of March. The Russian Defense Ministry said that during the night, air defense forces shot down as many as 132 Ukrainian drones. In Engels, according to local officials, the strike blew out the windows in the city hospital, as well as in 2 kindergartens and a school, wounding 2 people. Local media are saying that after the UAV attack, residents of Engels noticed heavy smoke in an area located 10 kilometers from the Engels 2 military airfield. Regional officials also reported that the strike sparked a fire on the grounds of the airfield. Moving on now to the Middle East.
So the Ukrainians hit a school, and I didn't catch if they injured someone or not, but still shitty, man.
At least 40 people were killed in Israeli overnight
Did I say Israel or Ukraine?
Strikes on Gaza, where the war appears to have resumed. According to sources, the Israeli Air Force struck homes in Khan Yunis, Rafah in the southern Gaza Strip, and the city of Beit Lahia in the north. Previously, the Israeli military repeatedly emphasized that it was striking targets associated with Hamas, and that civilian casualties are the result of Hamas deliberately placing its facilities in residential areas. The Israel Defense Forces resumed airstrikes on the Gaza Strip on the night on the 18th of March, and on the 19th of March, a ground operation followed. Now, we open with footage showing Belgian volunteers from the Ukrainian International Legion opening fire on Russian positions in the Srebryansky forest. Fighting in this dense woodland is notoriously difficult due to limited visibility, complex terrain, and the constant threat of ambush. Belgian fighters, alongside their Ukrainian counterparts, are using precision firepower to suppress enemy movement. The International Legion, composed of foreign volunteers, has played a crucial role in supporting Ukraine's defense, bringing diverse combat experience and determination to the battlefield.
Up here.
2 time.
Right down this corridor here. This corridor here.
Yeah.
Boom.
Hold on, before we continue, important note. There's the International Legion, which I was in, right? Which consists of 3 infantry battalions and 1 training battalion. And then there's the International Legion of Gur, which is the small teams, small special operations type of shit. This I can almost guarantee is a Gur unit. It's typically some more experienced guys. They have their own issues as well. But when I talk about the Legion, I'm referring to the International Legion, tied directly to the ZSU, the Ukrainian army, that has some issues.
Stay down, okay?
Covering fire. Go. Ah.
Good, yes.
RPG! Recharge! Amalia, t'es ok?
Ouais, je suis ok. T'es con. Dehors?
Tout le monde est ok?
Ouais.
Rapace!
Ils sont en train de tirer, mec, bouge pas.
Rapace, t'es ok?
C'est eux qui ont tiré?
And now it's time.
Those boys were fighting, dude, and good on the Belgians, man. That's pretty cool to watch. Also, that dude called out RPG right before it hit. Fucking, that's gnarly. He must have actually seen the warhead, I would imagine. No, probably not. They're too fast. But maybe he saw where it was coming from. He saw something to where he was able to make the call RPG, and then, like, right at the end of him saying it, wham! Good training, though, to call that out. It was probably too late at that point, but it's a testament to how they train.
For a piece of raw, unfiltered footage offering a glimpse into the 35-day-long defense of a single house by Ukrainian infantry under relentless Russian assaults and artillery fire. Despite exhaustion and lack of sleep, the fighters of the National Police of Ukraine's Lyut Brigade and its Safari.
That's why I've heard of the Loot Brigade. It's they were all police officers, and they volunteer fight. Now they're volunteer fighters.
Regiment held their ground in Donetsk region. Filmed with an action cam, the video shows Ukrainian defenders repelling an assault by 4 Russian troops before attempting to lure out additional enemy forces by addressing them in Russian. Every hour was a battle, every moment a test of resilience.
Сварог, не помагайте, помагайте.
Also, this isn't a house, this is an apartment, just to be clear. And I only know that because every single apartment is built the same here in Ukraine.
Стенки були, з другого під'їзду, на стенки. Торгові котики.
З 12-ї чи 6-ї?
З 12, все з 12.
Плюс.
Вибіг.
Вони всередині чи на вулиці? Вибіг куди? До першого побіг?
До першого побігу 2.
До першого у 2 уходить.
He's dead.
Один біля входу і прячеться за стіною.
Працюємо. Обережно, один біля входу тут. Два мінус, да? 2 мінус. Хорошо.
2 down of the 4.
Приймай інформацію. 3 лежать, 4. Як ти виходиш із свого під'їзду, в праву сторону за стіною.
Прийняв. Справа від входу останній, 3 мінус.
Вони другі.
Койотик! Работай по петухам! Это наш дом, сука! Пошел! Бачишь, пи***а?
Jesus, that gave me chills, dude. You can hear, like he said that from his soul. This is our home.
Справа від входу! Гранату справа від входу! Там... Нам! Хорошо, хорошо. Я те с***ю, блядь! Де ти є, с***? Я тебе поштурмую, пі***! Здавайся, с***! Здавайся, пі***! Здавайся, пі***! Все?
Дивись, якщо в тебе є можливість вийти на драбину, то дивися, де ти краще йде повтихають. Дивись, вони всі лежать, але чи вони на 200 чи 300, ну, я не знаю. Давай так, беремо так, що вони 300. Зараз будемо спробувати допрацьовувати їх засобами.
Щас допрацюємо, щас будемо допрацьовувати. Тихо, він тут хрипить.
А потім їх ще.
Плюс-плюс. Рус... Ну що такое, а? А ну глянь через рішотку, вони там всі лежать.
Красунчики ви мої, розцілую вас.
Вах!
Ти маєш патрони чи ні, Максим? Маю, трохи маю.
Скільки бачиш?
Два. Сідай, я подивлюся. Ти мене тут маєш за броню, коли я скажу, ти назад, добре?
And
Holy shit, that was intense, dude. Whoa. Couple things, and we'll wrap it up. This is a perfect example of why nobody likes to attack an entrenched enemy position or building. For one, you need way more probably than 4 guys to take out that fortified building. For 2, it was like shooting fish in a barrel. Like the first 2 guys just went straight down, and then it was just a matter of getting angles on the other 2. And it sounded like when the one dude was yelling, he was yelling out the window to a friendly on the other side, the chaotic, call sign chaotic, on the other side. So it almost seemed like there was like the 2 buildings and the Russians were right in between, and they were just getting just double teamed. That was gnarly, very cool. Good on the Ukrainians. Fuck the Russian invaders. If you're interested in coming to Ukraine, links are all below. Like I said, there's absolutely no reason you should not be able to get in touch with us because there's a ton of links. We've got people getting reached out to within 24 hours of applying. So definitely hit us up. Please like, share, subscribe. Help us blow this channel up. I love you guys. I'll see you in the next video.